Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Kasa podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about celebration because here at the tribe, we have so much to celebrate. Today, I have some of your favorite people in the house. I have a Fia boy in the house. I have Chris in the house. And guys, I have one of my favorite tribe members also in the house. I have Nanajima in the house. Guys, welcome to the episode. Welcome to celebrations. How you guys doing?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, I know you've been missed a lot by the tribe. A lot of people who watch the show have been asking me, when is not coming back? When is not coming back? How you doing, brother?
I'm good, and you? I miss you guys.
We miss you too, Nanajima. We miss you. We miss you. Chris, how was your week?
The week was good. It was good. Just a normal week.
Did you have anything to celebrate?
50 episodes into the Kasa podcast.
50 episodes, man. You had to go there. You had to go there. Guys, it's our 50th episode of the Kasa podcast. We're super excited.
So could you media, you don't ask me how I'm
doing. If you're relaxing, we're going to talk more about it. But if your boy wants me to know how her week was, how was your week?
It was awesome. It was, I had a best week, I guess.
The best week. Okay. Okay.
What happened in the week?
Oh, actually, it wasn't the best though. Yeah.
Hey.
But
if you're just okay. Wait. Let's have the conversation, guys. Today we're going to be talking about celebrating, taking some time to be deliberate, intentional about acknowledging our wins. You know, sometimes we work so hard to get to the summit. I know for the Real Madrid supporters in our audience, like yesterday, your team worked all season long to get to the summit. For the Golden State Warriors fans, like we won the Eastern Conference. Like in life sometimes, right? Wins occur. And being intentional about celebrating these wins, when we get to the top, taking this in, it's something a lot of people struggle with. I will speak for myself. I personally struggle with celebrating. So today we're going to be talking about celebration. And as we talk about celebrations, we're going to be celebrating the Kasa podcast 50th episode. Chris mentioned it. We have a surprise for you. I'm going to drop a surprise sometime in the middle of the show. So stick around and find out what the surprise is. But guys, Nag, 50 episodes. So what do you have to say to the fans? It's because of them that we made it this far. What do you have to say?
Oh, Charlie, thanks to everybody and thanks to the viewers for, supporting Kasa podcast. This celebration is not about us. It's about the whole world. You understand me? So, like,
it is.
What I want to say is that a very big thanks to the viewers and a very big thanks to the Kasa podcast. And the whole family. Okay, that's what
Now, while we are still on the topic, I think I'll take some time to celebrate the people who are on here. If you're a boy, say something to the people who are on here, the people who have gotten us this far.
Oh, well, thank you guys. You know, we couldn't have done this without you. And we are grateful you stick with us. Yeah. So we are hoping to hit more milestones, and hopefully you'll be there when we get there.
Hopefully they'll be there. We hope you stick with us. Chris, something for the listeners.
Yeah, without the likes, the shares, the views, and then joining us every Sunday, I don't think we'll still be having this podcast. So it's because of them we are here, and because of them we are celebrating this milestone, 50 episodes into the Kasa podcast. So we are grateful to them. We should continue to join our live streams on Sundays, and also watch our videos, like and share, and also encourage other people to also subscribe to our channel.
Encourage other people. I can see people walking into the building, and just before we get into the conversation, I want to drop this message for the people who are on here and the people who have gotten us this far. Guys, this is something we did during the week, and we just wanted to share with you guys.
Hi guys.
Hello guys.
It's good to hear from the tribe.
episode. I'm excited.
We are 50 episodes into the Kasa podcast.
Before we started, I never imagined we'd get to 50 episodes.
It's our 50th episode into the Kasa podcast, and we couldn't have done this without you.
This is a huge milestone for us here as a tribe, and we couldn't have gotten here without your help, your support, the likes, the shares, the retweets, and all the encouragement you guys have given us, joining us for our live stream, clicking on every episode. We really appreciate you guys.
We are celebrating this huge milestone with you.
You guys have carried us to this big milestone. We want to say thank you.
Thank you for sticking with us, and we ask that you continue to like, share, comment, and keep watching us.
Keep supporting us, keep cheering us on. Let's hit many more milestones here at the Kasa Podcast.
Continue to like and share our videos. Encourage your family and friends to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and see you in the next episode. Encourage your family.
I think it couldn't have been better said by the tribe. It couldn't have been better said by the tribe. Thank you guys so much for getting us to episode 50. It means a lot to us, right? The love, the support we've enjoyed episode after episode, right? We're in season 2, season after season. It means a lot, guys. Thank you so much for getting us to the 50th episode. But we're going to dive into today's conversation, which is celebrations. A lot of us sort of live in those extremes, right? I think in preparing for the show, Efia and I had a conversation, and then the rest of the tribe joined, right? Where it's like there are people who celebrate all day after winning something, and sometimes all season, sometimes decades. They're still celebrating that one achievement and never going past it. Oh, I got a job with this. Oh, I got my dream job. And they stayed 20 years in that spot, never doing more. They keep celebrating that. And there are people like Chris, on the other hand, a fire extreme, who win and don't even realize they've won. The people like Ojo, where they are on the podium getting the trophy for the season's title, and they're like, are we winning the next one? Like, let's go for the next one. And today we're sort of going to have a conversation around celebration, being more deliberate, being more intentional about our celebrations, and sort of taking a moment when we get to the summit to sort of take in the view, take in the moment, and then use that as fuel for more success. And so, guys, celebration. Before we get into celebrations, I want to go around the room and ask, is there any monumental achievement in your life? Is there anything you've achieved that you're like, I need to take some time to celebrate this? Is there anything like that? I'll start with Ifya. Is there anything like that?
Oh,
is there anything you are like, man, let me take a couple of days to celebrate this?
Oh, good. I don't know. Maybe college.
Oh,
maybe.
College.
I don't know.
But when you say college, was it getting into college or finishing college?
Oh, finishing college. I mean,
finishing college.
Yeah.
What did you do?
College.
What did you do to celebrate graduating college?
Spend time with my family and friends. And then we went to eat banko and tilapia, and then we came home. That was it. But then, mostly with family and friends.
So I'm going to ask you a very personal question. Don't. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. But were you a first generation college graduate?
No.
Okay. Because it means different, right? A first generation college graduate's appreciation of getting a college degree is very different from people who are not. Okay, so you were not. So college was one of those moments that stands out to you.
I should think so. I don't know.
That banko and tilapia must have been a good one because you still remember several years later.
That was because that was the only thing we did extra. Like the rest of the night, it was like conversations, laughing, more like throwbacks, enjoying our company. And that was it. We didn't really do not anything big. It wasn't anything big, yeah.
Let me go to Chris. Chris, is there anything monumental that you sort of took time to celebrate in your life? Has there been any such thing?
For me, I mean, I take time to celebrate the end of every semester. Right. I mean, the semester is always stressful.
It's
So
hard.
after the semester, that's when I take time off. So you sleep, you watch movies, maybe you get to do the things like
What
some
did you
relaxing
do?
things. Yeah. But I
Mm.
mean, one I'll also say like graduating college was also a big
Was
thing.
a big thing. What did you do to celebrate graduating college?
Okay. So I mean, I went to school in Sunyani,
Okay.
so that's like 8 hours drive from Accra,
Mm-hmm.
and it was amazing because I mean, family. I had like let me say 8 to 10 people who
Okay.
traveled all the way from Sunyani to from Accra to Sunyani to join me for
Nice.
graduation. Yeah,
Nice.
it was fun. After we had like a family get together, and it was cool.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's nice.
Now, now let me go to the people's favorite. Nana Jumai.
Yo, what's
Nana
up?
Jumai, the people's favorite. Guy, oh my guy, is there anything you have taken time to celebrate? Is there
Yeah,
any what was it?
I think it was college as well. Like
Okay.
we had a plan. I had a plan with my friends at the dormitory, and like we were like, "Oh, Charlie, let's pair this nido
Mm-hmm.
for there." After we've written our last paper, we will go
Mm-hmm.
there, and I mean, have soakings and she jama. Do you know jama? Like
Mm-hmm.
play drums, and we be roaming on the street, like
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we will go to a nightclub as well. So
Oh,
like yeah,
okay.
we saved the gari and the needle and
Mm-hmm.
everything. And when we finished writing the paper,
Mm-hmm.
we went to the dormitory. We ate the gari, and the people who were playing, who were good in the drums, were playing, and we were
Mm-hmm.
roaming about. And later at night, we went to Kilavi,
Mm.
Kilavi Club. Yeah.
Knock, I'm a bit surprised here. Wait. So one second. You're describing completing college like you were in high school. Are you sure it's high school? It's not high school you're talking about. Because
Oh, it's high
if
school.
Gary and Nido and man, for college, that's a bit interesting.
Yeah,
Was it
yeah,
high
yeah,
school?
yeah, yeah. Our celebration is, I think, is the unique ever. Eh?
Yeah,
Unique. Yeah,
it's certainly unique.
yeah, yeah.
It's certainly
Unique ever.
unique.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's interesting how you guys all had a way to celebrate graduating college, celebrating the milestones. But I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but there are a lot of people in life who are not able to take this break. They're not able to, celebrate these moments. I'll use myself as an example. The day I was graduating college, the day they were handing over my diploma, my thoughts were like, what next? Do I get a job? I was so focused on what comes the day after graduation that I missed the entire ceremony. And it
No.
wasn't just that. Many more graduating events after. I'm not even like looking at the event itself. I'm looking past it. I was sharing if 4 days after I finished my master's, I was starting my PhD. So I'm not even thinking about the moment. I'm like, oh, on Monday, it's Friday, and I'm like, on Monday, I'm starting school. And so, guys, has there ever been a time you're doing something that's big and it looks like the people around you are even more excited about you who are doing the thing? Does that happen to you guys? Or am I just weird?
Oh, it happens. It happens. It's true. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, even though you celebrate, I mean, I celebrated graduating college and the rest, it doesn't end there
Mm-hmm.
because, I mean, if what's the essence of the celebration if nothing good comes out of it?
Mm-hmm.
So definitely you think about, I mean, what's next after college? What next? Yeah, I mean, sometimes graduating college, I mean, for me, it was good,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, my family saw it to be something bigger than I did. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm. I think okay. If you have you ever had a moment where the people around you, the friends or the neighbors were mourning more than the bereaved? The people who are standing on the side were even more excited than you who did the thing. Has there ever been any moment like that?
I think that would be grad school when I was moving here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
my family were excited and happy, and in my head, I'm like,
It's
what is the
scary.
yeah, like
Mm.
I don't know what to expect. It was mixed
Mm,
feeling. I don't know if I'll be happy. I don't
mm,
know what to. I didn't know what to expect.
mm,
So for them, they were like, "Oh yeah," they were so excited. Like they were happy I was getting there. But then in my head, I'm like, I'm happy, but what is there? What is really there? Why am I
mm,
happy? What is going to happen? I'm
mm,
going there all by myself. If I was there with you guys, yes, but then by myself, it's scary.
mm,
So I think that was a time that they were more than they were happier than I was, even though I
mm,
was supposed to be excited and all that.
mm.
Yeah.
Interesting. I get a lot of people would might. If you're listening and you've had a similar experience, please share in the comment section where there's something you have achieved or something you have won, and it looks like the people around you are even more excited than the person who actually won it, right?
Yep.
Or the person who actually did it, because like you were thinking of all the work that's ahead. And I share with my friends, like, when I achieve something, maybe it's just because I'm competitive, and people who have competed with me in sports or on the field would know this. Like, it's, can we do this again? I'm not satisfied with one win. Can this be our life? Can we live here? Like, I'm one of those people. I think there's a story that goes that people enjoyed so much and they were like, can we just live here? Can we just live on the summit? Can we just live on the mountaintop? I'm one of those people who is like, I'm not content with winning a game one time. Can I continually win? Because for me, I think winning is just the beginning of the formation of a reputation. And so, like, getting that reputation as a serial winner sort of overshadows my excitement. And so for me, like, winning or getting to the top is a challenge on its own. Like, how do I stay here? How do I not slip off? And sometimes, most often, the people around are so excited. Oh my God, you got into Prempeh College. And it's like, hey, this Prempeh College that we came, someone is going to be last. How do I make sure I'm not the one who is last? So I'm excited about getting into Prempeh
Uh,
College, but I'm looking forward to not being last in class, right? And it's like, okay, you get into tech, you get into college, and it's like, yeah, someone is going to not finish. How do I not be the one who does not finish? People celebrate getting into Legon all their life or getting into uni all their lives, but they never actually make it to graduation. And at graduation, there are people who are not going to get jobs. There are people who are not going to be able to get to the next level, right? And so there are people like me who lives on the fringes. How do I do this again? That sometimes we have so much in hand. You know how they say a bed in hand is worth two in the bush.
Yeah.
For some of us, we have a bed in hand and we're like, can we have the whole
First.
forest? And so it becomes a very big balancing act. And today, that's one of the reasons I'm here. On the episode, I'm here for help. I need help being more intentional about celebrating things and not looking too far into the future, because some of us just look way into the future that we don't appreciate the now. And I know Efia Yabwa would be a good help. Efia, what do you say to people who are just like tomorrow, 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 and not
Oh
now,
my
now, now?
god. Well, I don't want to sound like I'm not a serious person, guys. I'm a very serious person. I
Mhm,
think about the future a lot, but
mhm,
but you guys should live in a moment.
mhm,
Like whatever you do, take it as a big deal.
mhm,
First of all, if you had if it was easy, everyone would have done it. There are people that have not done it, so
mhm,
it's not easy.
mhm,
And if you get there, take at least 2 days, like some time.
mhm.
Enjoy with your family and friends. You go there. It's not easy. Oh.
Okay.
Honestly, we all know this life is hard.
Mm.
And so, reward your soul and your body with some form of pampering, some loving from family, some get together, have people around, enjoy them. I
Mhm,
mean, what is life without memories, without the people we love? What is it? Like, what are
mhm.
you doing? Enjoy your time. Take time off and enjoy.
Interesting.
Be serious.
Hmm.
Think,
Interesting.
while doing that,
Mhm,
it doesn't end there. Just know life doesn't end there. There's more
mhm,
to it. There's,
mm,
you know, things are happening.
Mhm.
You have to keep going. The clock
Mhm.
does not pause for you to enjoy. It's like a
Mhm.
process. So
Mhm.
as you take time to enjoy, then you get back on your feet and get moving. But take time off.
Mhm.
Do things that makes your soul happy.
Hmm.
Okay, do things like that.
Hmm.
It's a
Okay.
big. That's I want people to see whatever you do is a big deal. Whatever you achieve, even if it was GHS, you've reached that step. Like it's
Hmm.
a wage you've moved from 0 to 1. You've
Mhm.
done something. Move
Mhm.
as enjoy as you have your eye
As
on the
you
prize.
go.
So
Okay.
yeah, like for me, you should have a balance.
Hmm.
You know, I'm not saying you should be perfect.
Mm,
I mean, if you're gonna take an hour or two off, that's still fine. But
Mhm.
just let that celebration moment be there. Something you can always look back to, like, oh, it was this time and I had this with my family, and you can talk about it. You can
Mhm.
have something to talk to people about, and
Okay.
it fills your soul, like you're happy, you
Hmm.
see.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, Chris, do you have anything to add? How can we be more intentional about celebrating our little wins or our wins? I won't call it
mm.
little.
When it comes to celebrating your wins, I mean, we all have, I mean, different ways to celebrate, or
Mm.
we have different understanding for celebration.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I mean, for some people, celebrating just means maybe take a phone, maybe call
Mm-hmm.
people they like breaking, I mean, news to,
Used to.
Mm-hmm.
and then they just tell them, oh, I got this, or I got this
Mm.
job, or
Mm.
this, and then, oh, congratulations, and then it ends there.
Mm.
For others, they want to throw a party, they want the whole world to know. I mean, that's fine. We all have different approaches to celebrating things.
Mhm.
I mean, for me, I don't know, but just acknowledging that for myself is
Those
fine.
is mm.
It's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, some people take a week off. Oh, let's do this. Let's go out.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this is a big deal. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's a big deal because if it was easy, everyone would have done that. Like if you're
Mm.
saying,
Mm.
I mean, we all have this. There's no, I mean, um, particular way you need to celebrate an
Mm-hmm.
achievement. We
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
all have how you feel comfortable in celebrating that. I mean, that's up to you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That said, I like to go into a couple of the comments, right? And Ikiala be one of our help. Ikia, we appreciate you so much. You're always here giving us things to think about. And I think she shares the sentiment with you, Chris. She's like, who says celebration has to be big? It could just be a chocolate bar. It could be something small you appreciate, something that there's some very unique quirks, right? Some people are like, okay, I would give myself an egg, right? In our tradition, in our culture, they're like, oh, we're appeasing our soul, right? So it could be just an egg, and it could go a long way to celebrate. So Christine, we really appreciate that contribution. Henry is on here. Henry says loving the Kasa podcast, and Henry Asante John is coming up with a podcast. Guys, waiting I have been waiting for so long. Henry, please, we're waiting for the first episode. We're hungry. Kasa is 50 episodes in, but we know all the other podcasts are coming, and Henry's podcast is going to be one of them. One day, I'll bring him on here, and he's going to tell us about his podcast. Jedi is here. Edmond Amwafuye Junior, Jedi, my man. Thank you so much. Jedi says, congratulations. I think this is for every member of the tribe. So, guys, congrats on your 50th episode. Achanana Kwesi Joshua. A couple of episodes ago, Nana Kwesi was the talk of this conversation. Acha is also here. He's saying congratulations to the Casa crew. Guys, congrats on your 50th episode. Christine also adds to that. Good morning, Casa. Happy 50th episode. Thank you so much, guys, for sharing in. RA is in the building. I just like how Efia puts it. If it be easy, do exactly. Celebrate your wins, irrespective of how big or how small it is. I think again, Ari, you make a very good point, and this is one of the things that holds me back from celebrating. Ari, in my mind, I look at people celebrating things, and I sort of look down my nose on it, which is so terrible, right? Like when I was graduating JSS and people were like celebrating, I was like, it's just JSS. There's SS to come. Like whenever I get there, I feel it's a small thing and there's something always ahead. But Ari is advising us celebrate your wins, irrespective of how small or how big it is. To you, it might be a small deal, but to a lot of people, it is a big deal. Henry says, keep going, guys. Henry, we're gonna keep going, we're gonna keep celebrating. And I think it's one of the reasons why we here at the Kasa podcast are trying to be more deliberate about celebrating, right? I mean, it's 50 episodes. For a lot of podcasts, that's nothing. People have 1,000 episodes, but we're trying to be more deliberate with our celebrations. We're not going to wait till 10,000 episodes before we celebrate. We're going to keep celebrating. Hey, study with AIG. I have no idea who this is, but study. Thank you for the comment. 50 episodes should come with some celebration. Oh, can't wait to celebrate with Efia Boa. Okay, study with AIG is hoping to celebrate with Efia. Efia, please, what do you have? Before we continue the conversation, I need to ask Efia, what are you doing for the 50th anniversary and 50th episode celebration? What do you have? What do you have for the fans? Are you going to Momo as something? AY,
Okay.
Momo.
Kojo is going to sponsor us with the Momo.
No, AY, just
and
tell.
I would be hosting a get together for all Kasa tribe members. If you can make it, please come today or tomorrow
Hey.
at 7 p.m. At 8 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah.
Guys, if you want Efia Yeboah to honor her Momo commitment, please just go into the comment section and just say Momo at 50. Momo at 50, and Efia is going to probably send out a $50 Momo token to the winner.
Oh my
And so,
God,
guys, just go into the comment section. Let us know you're here and just Momo at 50. Courage is here, and courage is keep. Congrats, keep moving. Thank you so much. We wouldn't have gotten to the 50th episode without you guys. You guys have helped us every step of the way. We're talking about celebrating the big things, and to me, the 50th episode is probably one of the biggest things we've done as a podcast, because I have videos and pictures from our very first episode. And even season 1, right? I think I have a video from the season finale of season 1. And man, we've come a long way.
Yeah.
We're sitting in the center of someone's living room, and we're trying to figure it out. Guys, let me share a story with you guys that has never been shared in any of our episodes. So there was one day, Efia, Chris, myself, and Echo get together one Sunday to record an episode. And we record probably our best episode. And back in the day, it wasn't an hour of record. I know the episodes come out as an hour, but we do like an hour and a half of material. And then I sit down and cut so much out. And so we record like 2 hours of material. And we're like, this is great. This is awesome. And then when I'm done, we're done, and I'm about to hit stop on the record, I realized we didn't even hit record. So we've been sitting down, recording into the mic, just speaking into the mic, and nothing is being recorded.
Oh my God.
And we do a whole episode without hitting record. And so what we decided to do was stop, take a break, go for lunch, and then come back and redo the entire episode, guys. So now you see why we're excited about episode 50. Like the way we started, where we started from, 5 episodes was not in our future. Like Kasa we really started from the bottom, like from the bottom of the barrel. Like I'm surprised we made it to 5 episodes. Like were those people who would sit down and record an episode and not hit record? We did. When we started, I think we started this episode in a funny way. I went to Ifia Yeboah and her roommates, and we're having a conversation. And I'm like, we should do a podcast. And then I go and buy a mic and I go to them. I'm like, let's start recording. I didn't know what hosting a podcast was, where editing a podcast was going to be done. We had no idea. We just were a bunch of young people with a mic. And, and look at us today. Thanks to your help and your support, your retweets, your likes, your shares, your subscriptions. Look at where we are now. We're so grateful. We're so grateful. You people got us all the way here. But it's crazy. It's crazy. We can't say thank you enough. Nanajimai, I know you also have a YouTube channel, and while we're talking about celebrating, did you celebrate your first episode? Putting your first episode out?
No,
Why
I
didn't you
didn't
celebrate?
I didn't celebrate because like I was like just trying to, I mean, do my best. You understand?
Mhm.
Not that I was like I have a focus and everything. Like I was just trying to, I mean, do something with my free time. You understand me? So there's no passion in it. You understand me? You understand me? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But are you going to celebrate like as you go down the line? Because today
Yeah.
we're talking about deliberately celebrating stuff. And Christine has made us aware that it doesn't have to be a big party. You don't have to rent a float. You can just, get yourself an egg, something small to acknowledge the steps you're making. Are you
Yeah.
going to appreciate your discussion?
Yeah. Like I was saying, like it will be a part of my story. I will be like on the celebration. I can be like, oh, I was not having like how we explain how Kasa podcast was like. You didn't know how to, I mean, record. You didn't know how to do this. You don't have any knowledge about how to, I mean, record things. And now you are 50. We are 50, and we are, I mean, celebrating all this thing. You understand me? So it's something like as I was saying, it's like it's the same thing. You understand me? So when I reach some place, I'll be like, start developing feelings on what the content or everything that I'm doing, having passion over it. I'll be like, wow, you understand me? And I will celebrate, and it will be part of my history book. You understand me?
You have a history book?
Like it will be part of it, like my history life, like history life. You understand me?
Okay.
Yeah.
If
somebody asks me about my channel, I'll be like, no, I'll share my experience to them, and this is how I am. I'm here. You understand? This is how I've got into. You understand me? So yeah.
It's really wonderful. And like I mean, Nag mentioned something while we're going through the trenches, while we're actually doing battle, we never really think about it. I mean, trust me, guys, the funny story of how we recorded a whole episode and not hit record, it wasn't funny at the time. At the time, we were pulling our hair out. I mean, if I could blame anyone else, I could have blamed anyone else. At the time, I had to eat crow because I was the only one supposed to hit record, and so everyone else blamed me. But it's not fun. But then down the line, now it becomes a part of the history of the podcast. It becomes a part of the history of our journey. It's one of those moments where we're learning, where we're growing, and that's what makes celebrating worth something. So Nag, we can't wait to read your history book. I know if Yeboah was trying to give you wahala on your
Oh
Don't
no,
worry,
I'm
Pierre.
just asking that does he have a history book?
It was a
Yeah.
legitimate question.
Exactly. Asking you, how is it like I'm pulling his
Harmless
leg?
question.
Very harmless.
guys.
Very harmless.
Guys, if you just joined the live stream, if Yeboah promised to dish out some $50 token,
Could you
Mumu,
please?
all you have to do is in the comment section, just send us Momo at 50. Study with AIG, just sent it in. Study
But
with
who
AIG.
is studying with AIG?
I have no
I
idea who
want to know
study with
who.
AIG is,
Please.
but Momo at 50. So guys, if you need a fear, it was celebratory $50 token, please just go in there and let us know. Christine said episode 50 is really 51. I know, right? Yeah, it's really 51 because we had episode 0. So episode 50 is technically episode 51, but hey, we're going, we're grinding. Episode 0 didn't count. Michael is here. Michael, thank you so much for joining the show. Michael
Welcome.
say, why are you late? Michael is late for the show, but Michael, welcome. Again, we're talking about celebrating, and guys, I have another question about celebration, which for me has been one of the reasons I've not been a big fan of celebrating, but I want to know how you guys do it. You guys know there's a tendency that you get carried away in celebration, right? There's this warning that your most vulnerable is just after success, right? For example, if it's a soccer game, a team is most vulnerable after they've scored. Like we dance too much that our dancing feet walks us to the edge of a spear which is going to impale us. Sometimes we get too carried away. There are people who have celebrated small wins, and small in air quotes now, too far that they never go beyond that. How do you guys do it? How do you watch against over celebration, right? Like it's 90th minute, it's goalless, and you score and you celebrate and you dance and you're so tired, and then they bring the scoreboard to indicate it's 7 more minutes. And in those 7 minutes, you concede 5 goals, right? How do you guard against that? Chris, how do you guard against going overboard with your celebrations?
Hmm. Um, okay, so for me, before I celebrate, um, or I think before you celebrate, you should know the next level or the next step you are going to take. And that makes even celebrating more fun or more enjoyable because you know where you are going next or you know what you want to do next, and then you can celebrate. But if you are just celebrating based on the current or present achievements, then you have to celebrate in moderation. But if you know your next step, I mean, or maybe you just graduated college and you've landed a job, then you can celebrate all you can on your graduation day, or I mean the whole week. Then that makes it fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. If yeah, how do you guard against over celebration? Ewa, you might have to turn on your mic. I don't know how you manage to.
Oh my god. Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my bad. So I was saying that it's hard, right?
Mhm.
But then you always have to know that wherever you are is not a final destination. It's whether even Bill Gates is still working. You understand? So you have to, most importantly for me, it's the people around me that help me come to a realization that you don't have to be at one place for a long time because everybody is moving. So if you are one person that gets to be complacent easily, just keep people like hardworking people around you. And then those people help to, sort of put you in check.
Mhm.
So if you get comfortable with where you are and then you see a friend, going for the job, doing things, you're like, okay, I'm being too complacent. Maybe you can prompt yourself with something to motivate you to move.
Mm.
But then if you can actually do it yourself, just know that wherever you are is a process. That's not the final destination. And
Mm.
so as you are celebrating, right? You know that the next day, the next 2 days, you're looking at what next to do because you can't
Mhm.
celebrate for the rest of your life.
Mm.
It's not
Mm.
done that way. You have to keep going and keep getting better. So for me, you should just keep in mind that it's a process.
Mm.
And even though you've reached one point, like it's not the final destination. I don't
Mm.
even think there's a final destination. So just know that just know
There
that
is a Final Destination movie, a couple of them in the franchise.
no. So I don't know if it's actually a place where you
Mhm.
feel like, oh, this is it. No, that is not it. It's a process. That is why it's necessary you take time to celebrate like at every point, because you're not going to reach. Like, it's not like I want to get there before I really celebrate. What if you never get there?
Okay.
So for the process, just know that there's just one step.
Hmm.
You enjoy a little bit, you get happy a little bit, and then you move on.
Hmm.
Just know that whatever you're doing, it's a process. Give it time. Yeah, that's what I
Nag,
think can help.
Nag,
Yeah,
what is your method? How do you guard against over celebrating?
like over celebration is good, but over budgeting, you understand
Mm.
me? You celebrate over the budget. You understand me? Is
I
something you
bet.
have to. I mean, we all have to
Over
advise ourselves.
budgeting.
Yes,
Oh, hmm.
celebration when you celebrate over your budget, like
Mhm,
you understand me,
mhm.
over the exact amount of money, like
Oh,
you should
okay.
have used it to, I mean, continue your goal. You
Mhm,
understand me, to
Mm.
achieve it. That
mhm.
that one is bad. You
That
understand me?
is the
So
problem. That is
that's
the
the
real problem.
problem. So you only live once. You have to celebrate a small
Mhm,
thing that you have to do. You have to do everything. You understand? But everything have to be, I mean, balanced.
mm,
Like could you, as earlier on you were saying, it should be balanced.
mm,
It
mm.
shouldn't be high and later after you celebrating and you don't have a capital to continue your journey. You
Mhm.
understand me? So like yeah.
I think you do make a couple of very good points, and I think for me one of the things I learned, right, and I'm going to dive a little into mythology, right? If you're a big fan of mythology, there's a god of passages, right? There's a god that guards against passages. And in the Roman pantheon, it's called Janus, right? It's a god that has two heads, right? One head facing forwards and one head facing backwards. And I've always tried to sort of have that Janus like approach to life, where there's one part of me constantly thinking about the future, thinking of what next. And then there's one part of me thinking about where I came from. And I think in our celebratory movements, we have to be more like Janus. There are things you did right to get to the point where you're being celebrated. Nobody gets to the point where they're being celebrated without doing something right, unless, of course, you are from the NPP government. But that's not what we're doing here. So, whenever you're being celebrated, there's something you've done right. So there should be a part of you that is always thinking about the things you did
Could you,
right.
unless what?
We will
Oh,
come
no,
back
no.
to that.
I didn't hear that
We'll
part.
come back to
Unless
that. We'll
unless
come back to
what?
that. But there are some governments where you can perpetually live in the US and become a US resident and still hold your. If yeah, let me continue. That is just by the by. But you have to continually look back at the things you did right and the things that got you to where you are and sort of draw lessons from it as to how to get there again. And there should be a part of you that's constantly looking forward. What next? Now what? Because at the end of the day, nobody remembers someone who won one thing. I can't tell you. We can take any sport. We can take any sport. Let's take soccer. There are a lot of people who have won the World Cup one time. Nobody remembers them. But we all remember the people who made it a habit of winning it over and over again. There are people who won. Darren Bent won the English Premier League goal king one time in his career. When we're talking about the greats of the Premier League, we don't talk about him. But you talk about the people who constantly do it. And so looking forward, how do I get here again? If this is a great achievement, if being on this podium is so great, if getting this win is so great, how do I do it again? And so having that Janus like approach to life where it's like, what did I do right to get here? If it's a college degree, I studied hard, I worked hard, I poured myself into it, knowing those things. And then thinking, what next? Am I going to grad school? Am I finding myself a job? What are some of the skills I can take from my past, apply to my future to make sure that I end up on the same podium again. Like when you are at the Olympic Games and the first, the second, the third, it's like, how do I get here again? And even that approach is even good for where you don't win. We've seen it a lot in the Champions League, and the Champions League is relevant because yesterday my Liverpool friends lost in the Champions League final to Real Madrid. But there are so many players who have lost the Champions League final and then they come back again and win the next time. I'd use a very good example. Thiago Silva, a couple of years ago, was at the final with PSG. He lost. He came back again, did all the right things, and then a year later, he was lifting the trophy. And if you look in the Champions League history, it's so funny, but it happens so many times. Del Piero, 97, loses to Dortmund. The next year, he's back again, right? People win and then they come back again. Like, taking in what made you lose. I'm sure these Liverpool players who lost that final, they're going to be back. I know Salah, I know Trent.
No, they will
They're
not
going
be
to be
back.
back,
They will not be back.
right?
No,
And they're
not this time. They won't be back.
if you're your boy, dear,
They
if
won't
you're
be
your
back.
boy, dear. But think about it. Like, you go to 99, right? The Oseko Fours, the Oliver Kahns, the people who lost to Manchester United. 2 years later, they were celebrating the win, right? You learn the lessons. What did I do to get here? How did I get this close? And sometimes you don't just beat yourself down, you don't just kill your spirit, but you learn lessons from it. And if you're a winner too, it's like, how do I do it again? Yesterday, nine players in the Real Madrid team became players who had won it again. Some of them have won it 5 times. Mentally, that's what it requires. How many times can you do it? Yes, I was first in class one term. What were the things I did right? How do I come first again? Yes, I was top of my graduation class in undergrad. What are the lessons I can learn from that I can do it again? Yes, I was the top scorer in my little league. How can I do this again? And so you can learn the lessons and use those lessons to make sure you're on that podium. Because at the end of your career, at the end of everything, people always appreciate serial winners. And if you don't know, you can take the life of Kobe Bryant, for example. You can take the life of Michael Jordan. Nobody's saying Michael Jordan is the greatest of all times because he won one championship. Because he won the three-peat twice. He wins, and wins, takes a break, then comes back and wins. So sometimes winning is great. Winning is worth celebrating, but while you celebrate, while you dance, while you go out and go on the town like Nag, go and see your Jama, what are some of the things I can learn so that this is not a one-time thing? How do I build a reputation of winning? Right? And sometimes that goes a long way. And I know the conversation is going in the comments. Let me read a few of the comments and then I'll come back to you guys because I think it's getting deep and I can see Chris is getting his armor ready for us. So Chris, we'll come back to you. But Michael said you need to understand that you can only celebrate moments and life goes on. When you understand that, you'll always suit up for a greater challenge, aiming to win and celebrate again. It's so key. Life moves on. While you're dancing, while you're celebrating your Champions League, people are in the gym preparing to come for you. There are teams preparing to sign players. There are people doing the right things to come take your crown, right? And so having that at the back of your mind, let me not go overboard with my celebration. There are people who are celebrating Champions League wins and it's 20 decades later and they're still, oh, I won a Champions League. I won a Slavia Prague. Oh, I won a Champions League. Yes, that's like 60 years ago. Yeah, we won. Nottingham Forest. Where are they now?
Manchester United.
People are going to, if
You won Premier League 15 years ago, 10 years ago. You keep talking
Michael.
about your Premier League.
Okay. Ahoma Gabriel said, he said it all. Understand your next move and always celebrate in moderation. Bring people on board. That's wonderful. Always be very moderate in your celebrations. Don't celebrate too much. Celebrating isn't always about throwing parties and merrymaking. My celebrations are usually about reflecting about how the milestones started and how they've become a success. That special feeling is enough celebration for me. That's from Ari. Raymond, thank you so much. Thank you so much. He's saying, listen, it's not about throwing parties and getting on the float and dancing around. For him, it's where did I start from? What did I do to get here? And how did these things I did lead me to the success? And for him, reflecting on those things are enough celebration for him. Ari, that is something we can all learn from. We can all learn from that. Henry came and is like, preach. Henry is feeling in church right now. Henry, that's the thing. That's what we here at the Kasa podcast aim to do, right? To be able to give you something to go preach about. Michael, I don't get what you're talking about, but Michael, come again. But Chris, I know you had something to tell us about celebrating, about reflecting, about making sure we have some a modicum of forward thinking in us.
Yeah. I'll drift a little bit from. When the celebration, it comes with achieving something, or sometimes we also have to evaluate ourselves when things don't go too right, so that it will inform us in making decisions for the next step or the next level. So maybe for a particular task or for a particular stage, we weren't successful in that, or not say successful, we didn't achieve what we put our minds to. And so we have to learn from that. Maybe I didn't do this well. I could have done this way and it would have turned out right. We should learn from that and to help us in the next level in order to succeed. And then we can celebrate our wins. Yeah.
So basically you're telling us the reflective stage can be a two-edged sword.
Yeah.
Not only for when you win, even when you don't win, when you come too close, when you've worked hard but you don't get the outcome you hope for, you can take these lessons, reflect on them, and then come back even stronger. I couldn't have said that better, bruv. That is deep. Thank you so much. And I think Henry was going off on some of the things we're talking about. He said, starting to sound like a diss track to Amagana, the good old days. Yes, celebrating should inspire progress, not complacency. That's amazing. That's amazing. You celebrate so that you can get to the next level, right? And I think this is an advice from Henry to the tribe. We're not celebrating 50 episodes so that you people can go to bed. We want you guys to work hard enough so that next time we're celebrating 100 and then 1,000, then 10,000, that we keep going. So you guys don't get complacent. Nag, this is to you. Don't get complacent. Keep coming. Keep working hard. And then we can. Okay. So Nag, we're wrapping up the show, right? And we're wrapping up on celebrations and the things we can learn from celebrating our achievements and how they can spur us on to success. Now, do you think there are some bad things or bad ways to celebrate things?
Yeah.
Are there ways you'll be like, don't do this? What are some of the no-nos so that we can stay off them?
Some people overdrink. You understand me? When they are in the mood of celebrating, overdrink, and later they will end up in accident. You understand me?
Yeah.
Hey.
So, yes, some people overdo things. So like your health is important while celebrating. Even if there is food that you need not to take. You understand me? Like the food that when you take, you have to you will get how do I put it? There are some cake contain sugar. You understand? When you take it and you see it's not good for your health, you shouldn't taste it. You understand me? You should have boundaries while celebrating. You understand? There are certain things you need not to do. Your health is important. Stay focused and always see life as a journey.
Mm.
You understand?
Mm.
That's it.
Mm. Yes, that's deep. That's deep. And Afia, I know you were a bit shocked with Nach's presentation, but how many times have we heard people finish something? Yeah, they graduated high school, they go off the ruckus, drink, drive, and they end up in crashes, and they're never able to go beyond, oh, he finished high school. And so Nach is advocating for some moderation. Don't overdo things. The fact that you were first in class this semester doesn't mean you drink all day and show up for no class, right? You become a pothead. You don't show up for class. You're just in the dormitory smoking weed. You're never going to get there again, right? Medi first, right? I've been first one time. I think it's a very good advice, right?
Yeah,
Exercising some.
I agree with Nag.
Mhm,
If your celebration is going to hinder
mhm,
your next celebration or is going
mhm.
to hinder your next win,
Mm,
then
mm,
don't indulge in that kind of
mm.
celebration.
That is deep.
Yeah.
If your celebration is going to hinder your next celebration, you should cut it out. That is deep. That is deep. And it's not just about activities. If you're going to be so in your head about the things you've won that you're going to fall off, you're going to fall off the pace. You're not going to commit yourself, put enough effort in. If your celebration is going to hinder you winning another medal, that's wrong. That's where to cut it out. That's deep. That's deep. That's deep, man. Thank you so much. That is one that I have to put on a shirt. If your celebration hinders your next celebration, it's too much. Cut it out.
Yeah.
If you're a boy, what do you think?
I think you guys have said it all.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're celebrating something and it's gonna affect your next celebration or your next step, just know that it's not good for you.
Hmm.
Yeah. And then
Hmm.
try and do, I don't know, with the moderation, but yeah,
So
just
so
celebrate enough.
so if you're a boy, you guys are saying we shouldn't celebrate enough. So is it a wrong time for me to play this video again? Because some people didn't see it. I mean,
Oh,
I don't think it's enough. It's enough. Let me just drop it one time for the people who missed the guys. This is another one. Please catch
one
this one.
time.
Hi guys,
Hello guys,
It's good to hear from the tribe.
dude, I'm excited.
we are 50 episodes into the Kasa podcast.
Before we started, I never imagined we'd get to 50 episodes.
It's our 50th episode into the Kasa podcast and we couldn't have done this without you.
This is a huge milestone for us here as a tribe, and we couldn't have gotten here without your help, your support, the likes, the shares, the retweets, and all the encouragement you guys have given us, joining us for our live stream, clicking on every episode. We really appreciate you guys.
We are celebrating this huge milestone with you.
You guys have carried us to this big milestone. We want to say thank you.
Thank you for sticking with us and we ask that you continue to like, share, comment, and keep watching us.
Keep supporting us, keep cheering us on. Let's hit many more milestones here at the Kasa Podcast.
Continue to like and share our videos. Encourage your family and friends to subscribe to our YouTube channel and see you in the next episode.
Chris, Chris was awesome in the video. Chris said, "See you in the next episode." I really like that one. We had so much fun recording that. If he and Chris would attest, like we did. We did not know how that was going to turn out, but it's again the message today has been one of thanks and gratitude. Our listeners and the people who keep joining the live stream. I could go naming names, but the list is so long that I can't make it through the entire thing. But we want to say thank you. We really want to appreciate your help on this journey. There are people who have knocked us up on the side of the head and be like, guys, you need to work. There were times in this journey where we're like, man, it's enough. We're tired. And then we've had people like Prime and all those people are like, listen, we're listening to this. You need to get back to work. And we're 50 episodes in. And as we talk about celebrating and taking the lessons from our wins into, things that would make us stay on the podium, I really want to thank every one of you guys for the support, the love, cheering us on, the likes, staying in the live stream. Like, it means so much to us here at the tribe. We can't tell you enough how much these things go, how far they go to helping out the channel. Thank you so much. If you haven't done that yet, please don't forget to leave a like on this video. That would really help the 50th episode, right? And subscribe to the channel. You can check us out on all our social media, right? They're crawling out there. It's Kasa underscore the tribe on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram. There's so much content we put out there. If you haven't done that yet, please hit that like and subscribe button. Just let's keep pushing the tribe. But thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for getting us this far. And we're going to wrap up today's episode while we're celebrating. If what has been celebrating, teaching people how to celebrate. If what's your last word? What's the last word of celebration?
Remember to live in the moment, guys.
Mm.
Yeah, that is all I'll say. And always have a plan. Something you look forward to.
And do you have anything for your Liverpool friends? The people who are watching who are Liverpool fans?
Unfortunately, today is not your day. We are doing celebration and you guys did not celebrate. So I would say don't give up. Yeah, don't give up.
Better
You not
next
get
time.
there yet, but don't give up. At least you're better than Manchester United. You got to the finals. You somewhat. You got to 2 finals this season. That's impressive.
They went to 3. They went
Actually,
to 3.
three finals. Yeah. So I'm proud
But
of
you can
you.
leave Man U out. I don't think Kwame
I'm
would
gonna leave
appreciate
Man
that.
U out, but I'll leave them out when they stop bragging about their past glories and start doing something for themselves.
We are not going to mind you.
Yeah, I mean, you can't say anything about it.
Nana
Right?
Jamai, any last words while we're
Oh.
celebrating and if is trying to put a damper on our celebrations?
Okay. My last word is like we should, be careful when you have a moment. You understand? Health first. There's a journey ahead of us, and there's a lot of things that we have to achieve. You understand me? So, while celebrating, remember your back, where you came from,
Remember your
and
back.
your
If you-
past, where you came from. You understand me? And where we
Yeah,
have
I
gotten
do.
to. You understand me? And we only live
Yeah.
once. Chill, but don't freeze. That's it.
There we go. That's a good one. You gotta chill, but don't freeze. Make sure
Yeah.
you're
Oh
moving.
my god.
Make sure you're moving, Chris. I don't know how you follow up chill, but don't freeze, but sure. The ball
Yeah,
is in
you
your
have
court.
to. I mean, you have to chill. Don't freeze. You need to keep moving.
Mm,
Mhm.
Yeah, you need to keep moving.
mm,
It's when you celebrate one win, you have
Mhm.
to keep in mind that it doesn't end there.
mm,
You need to get to the next level.
mm.
And I think that, as Ifya was saying, there's no final destination. For me, I think the only final destination is death.
Mm.
Because, I mean, so far as you're alive, there are a lot
There's
of
always
things,
something.
something to achieve. And so
Appreciate
you have
that.
to keep moving. Yeah.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So long as you're alive, there's always something else to win. There's something else to win and achieve and celebrate. So, guys, from us here at the tribe, we're like, keep winning. Share your wins with us. We would love to celebrate you. We here at the tribe really are invested in your success. We really want to know you're winning. So if you have anything, we can celebrate you, Jack. The other day, Daniel became a chartered accountant and we spent a whole episode celebrating him. So if there's anything, please let us know and we're going to celebrate you. Nana Jumai is going to win something very soon and I would let you guys know. AY is almost at the verge of finishing a master's degree. Chris is almost at the verge of finishing. And when they do, the tribe is going to go. We're going to rap Kasa as the tribe. We're definitely going to rap. But guys, it's been a wonderful episode. We've been celebrating our 50th episode. Our little achievements. We're trying to be more mindful about celebrating these milestones and using the lessons from them to sort of jeer us to more success. Thank you so much for joining the live stream today. And once again, from us here at the tribe, it's
Bye.
bye. See you in the other one.